I wonder if you guys see me or not. I'm on another computer, but I don't see a live. It says I'm live on the one I'm streaming from, but I have another computer next to me, but it's not showing. Maybe because it's the same. I'm logged into the same, you access code or something. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it now. I can see it now. Dee Dee is there. Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee. Yes, indeedy. Well, that's wonderful. Uh, let's see. Does this include Los Angeles? What do you? Of course, it actually. I concentrate anything in the U.S. It's tough to help people overseas. I do. I have in the past a lot, but I really concentrate on U.S. And yes, Los Angeles, anywhere. It just and when I cover a program, what I'm trying to do is show you, hey, now what you have to do is look for this kind of thing in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, I just did a bunch of videos recently for the stuff there's a new program. There were two that were finished yesterday. And that's too bad, right? They're finished already. And that's why it's so hard. This stuff is going to come and go very quickly. And that's why it's best to set up Google Alerts to make sure you get on, to know these as quick as they come available. Because how long they stay is really, God, nobody knows. Donna Pine, Pine, Pyne. People call me a pine in the butt. But that's debatable, I'm sure. But yes, Pierre, that it is no matter where. I mean, the national programs, the local program. What's going on now? The first stimulus package that's sent out, they still have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to spend on that, and that's being spent locally. Like I just did something this morning, yesterday, that they're giving all this money to school students to get computers and laptops and what do you call it, Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. So that's available. Then also, I'm going to do a thing later today, hopefully, and do it live about, there are people that are given business grants locally, grant money, that you don't have to pay back for business that can't give it all. It's been out for like a month or so, and now they're advertising because not enough people apply. Now that is a lot of this stuff goes quickly. So that's why. And don't think it's all gone now. I mean, that's it. There's so much. There's so many nonprofit organizations trying to solve. I mean, we have a lot of rich goddamn people. You realize, like in this last year, I think the number of billionaires that have been created during this pandemic has increased. Actually, I was reading today, if Jeff Bezos, okay, the guy who owns Amazon, he's got 800,000 employees. Okay, that's almost like 1 million employees. He could give all his employees a bonus of $80,000 and still have the same amount of money as he did at the beginning of the year. Wow! So, in other words, the rest of us are scraping for nickels and dimes. This guy, I mean, during the pandemic, it killed so many businesses, people, and things like this. This guy made enough money just this year to give almost 1 million people $800,000 apiece. Wow. See, that's what I mean. There is so much money. I mean, these rich people are going to wise up that we're going to be storming the Bastille if they don't share this wealth. Yeah. There's too many people hurt. Like half the country, really, half our population is in really dire straits. And somehow the rich folks figure out, well, let's see, there's money in here somewhere. And that's why, a lot of them are good people and they want to do something. That's why I would look towards that as coming down the line. Not only the government is certainly going to do something. And it's funny, Trump is getting in political trouble, so you think he'd be giving away the kitchen sink by now. But who the heck knows with that guy? You can't bet on anything. And what you can bet on is yourself, and yourself learning, the tools out there to live. Now that's why I gave everybody I'll put it at the end of this, a link to show you how to use Google. I mean, it is the way I believe that you have to live in our society to do anything. In other words, how to get the stuff and the help you need, because Google is not going to hand it to you on a plate for you. Do you have any active ones by Cleveland, Ohio? Active what? Ex-wives? Active? I guess you mean grants or whatever. No, but you can look. That's why I'll give you your member, right? I'll show you how to look. Find them all there. I mean, it's a simple step-by-step procedure, and how to not get tied up in all the other crap that you're going to see when you Google the internet. I mean, going on the internet is like going to a circus. You got so much crap going on, you don't know what it is, and everybody's trying to sell you something, and here, all these hucksters, come and see in the inside. And that's why I'm trying to teach people how to live through this. And if you don't start learning these tools, man, it's going to be a long ride. And that's why I think one way to... Oh, hi, Diane. Wanting to buy your book. Are there more information of grants for each state? Yes and no. I'm updating the big one-stop book. But, Diane, I think the best thing is that report... Let me see. Wow, let's see. I'm afraid if I click around so much, I'm going to lose everybody. And then what happens? But Google, you have to learn how to tame Google. And Google is going to use you. You have to use it. It's just like any professional, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. I mean, you have to come in armed. Otherwise, they're too good at this. Their robots are better than you. How do we set ourselves up to help each other? Yes, that's what I want to do. It is really, I think if we start helping each other more, in other words, we have our, I think, more invested in our ego if we are helping somebody else. We want to help somebody else, okay? So what to do? Look through the people that have left messages, okay? The discussions. I'm in New Jersey and would love to help others get money to start a small business. I am a member and would need a granted things to help them. I'm widowed, raising them alone. Let's see. Monica, I'm not sure what I mean. I'm so excited to see you live. I have children with autism. I see. Okay. And ADD. Where can I find grants? Okay. Monica, start a new discussion, okay? And just tell me, and I'll show you. I just did a step-by-step for all the places in, where are you, New Jersey, did you say? Oh, no, that's Donna. Monica, I don't know where you are. I was reading them wrong. Sorry, Donna, Monica. But yes, start a discussion. I just did a state-by-state thing. There's like 8 places to check in your state. And that's it. And you go through that. See, if you're going in Google, it's like swimming in a big swimming pool, and you don't know where you're going, and you're around in circles. I'm in Georgia. Is there anything? Yes, every state. Don't worry about what state you're in, even if it's in the state of confusion. There's plenty of programs, but it takes work. I can't give you one link. I mean, maybe sometimes that happens. Okay, here's the one link that does this for you right there. No, the whole system is more complicated. In other words, it's sort of like, hey, I want to date a nice guy who's 6'2", played high school basketball or whatever, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll be right back. I'll go get that guy for you. That's what this is like. I can't. And what you got to do, what I do is show you where in California to check. I got a list, Monica. I'll send you the list and who to contact or whatever. for that. Actually, who to contact for business, and then I'm also compiling a list. I'm not very far yet. I hope to be complete in about 2-3 weeks maybe, of all the places personally to contact for personal help and expenses and things like that. And then when you contact all those, then what you have to do is find the other stuff by searching the right way when you go to Google. Now I have a general report that tells you how to do this. And I could send you that right away. You don't have to wait for that sucker. Okay. And maybe I could bring it up here. Yeah, that's because there's two things. When you do Google, you have to know how to search and not get all the crap, okay? And there's ways to do that. There's tricks to do that. Then what you have to do is set up Google to tell you every time a new thing occurs, a new program comes up, because that's what's going on now. That's what's going on now, is that there's so many new things coming up every day, and there will be for long. We're in a deep load of shit, I think, in this country, and it's not going to go away for a long time. That's why there's going to be politicians, smart people, rich people, whatever, local governments, state governments, or whatever, that are going to try to solve these problems. But what they're not good at is advertising and letting you know, because they're not making money from you. The people who are good at letting you know about something are the people who want money from you. The people who give you money, they're not good at advertising and letting you know. So the main source for a lot of this stuff is Google, and it's good stuff, but it's there for the people who want to get money from you. So you have to know how to get out of that. And that's what this report that I'll send out, it tells you how to get around all that crap, because you can't waste your time. Time is more important. And that's why if you're helping somebody else, find somebody on the club or the group, and look through people who've asked questions and it doesn't look like they got help. I have a grant still available. Is there a grant still available for people with an annual income of less than $60,000? Yes, but Michelle, it is, I could say yes to everything because it is. Now, whether it's in where you live or something, that's what takes the work. And if you're not willing to do that work, then you're not going to get anything, because I could say no to everything too. Yeah, and that's is there a man 6'2" where I live, that will date? Maybe not. I don't know. But here's where to go to find out. Yeah, and that's what I do. Yeah, so that's the only thing I have. Nobody is that good to know of the hundreds of thousands of programs, which little program is out where you live, in this little suburban thing, whatever, gosh, that is, almost impossible. Okay. Let's see, yeah. Not to miss new COVID programs in your, okay. Yeah, we're all, like what you have is survival. What I have is something what I call a COVID survival guide, financial survival guide, COVID financial survival guide. How to conquer Google. So let me send you my COVID Financial Survivor's Guide on how to conquer Google, okay? I think this is the most important skill we all have to learn if we're going to use the internet. And you got to use the internet, because look, you can't even go to school anymore. You got to use the internet. People aren't going to work anymore. Got to use the internet, So that, and there's also free courses. I put in a video today. If you're not good enough with the internet, there's lots of free courses, that you could take online from nonprofit organizations. People don't charge. You don't have to charge for anything. Call your, if you don't know where to do it, you can't get a hold of me or whatever, call your library. They know about this stuff. And that's the important thing. But I'd love to, have you say something like, I want to date a football player, 6'2" or whatever. And I'm able to give you somebody to call who's waiting there to say you. And that's what this is like. And, I guess I could do that better, but I have to charge so much money. That's what I used to do for Fortune 500 companies, and I charge them thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, they have the money and they don't care. But it was boring helping rich people. It's not going to change their lives. The rest of half the country, I feel, really has to know this stuff to really get by. It's not practical to charge $10,000 to the average person on the street to learn about this stuff, because it may or may not happen. I don't know. There's no guarantee that I could promise you'll get this money. I can only promise you these are real kind of programs. Somebody's going to get it. And that's the important thing. And you got to try. And like anything else, the jobs are available, right? But if you don't try, you're certainly not going to get one. And it's like that with everything in life, But this is still a mystery, the internet and Google, and nobody knows all that. And we got so many sharks in this. Victoria Gunn, hi, Matthew. I'm a brand new member. I have no idea where to start. Neither do I. I'm still... How do you guide anyway? I have a son going to college in 2001. I have no 401k and traditional retirement money. I'm a sole provider. Okay, Victoria, a lot of things we could do. First thing is your son in college. He's going in the fall. Okay, that's close. Okay, start a new description. Say, hey, money for college, okay? And I think the best thing to do, college is overpriced, overrated, or whatever. May or may not be good. If you're getting a loan, that is the most dangerous thing to do, I think, nowadays. The best deal for higher education right now is the community colleges. They're terrific. You could get 2 years. Actually, you get the first year free by taking tests, and you could study for the test. There's free courses on how to study for these tests and take the test, and you get credit for taking the test, a whole year's worth of college for free. Yeah. And that's what's important. See, the options. We don't know about options because, see, what happens at colleges are marketing. They're advertising. They want you to apply, not only because they get $50 to $100 every time you do an application. They get a couple thousand of those. That's a nice business. But they're getting people to go into debt to give them money. Okay, now that is a crazy business. That's why the for-profit universities made billions of money doing this. They get you to apply to their university. They say how great they are. They get you to go into debt, and you give them 20 grand or whatever it is. You may or may not get anything, and they got the 20 grand no matter what the hell you do. Yeah. You got the loan, though. You got to pay back. And that's nuts. Unless, boy, I think for most of the people that is just a no-win game. You got to look around. The ideal thing to me would be to look at that community college, no matter where you are, do the first 2 years there. Depending on your income, you get it free or next to free. You could take a year of courses online. Everything's online now anyway. And take these tests and get a whole year absolutely free. Now, that's a cool deal. So the next year you go to community college, get another year, for next to nothing. And then you start looking around what the hell you're going to do. And there's other options, too. Where do I find these tests for free college? I'll send it to you, Monica. Ask me about it. I forget what they call them. There's a word, and it's not actually, you don't have to take the SATs anymore. More and more colleges don't require the SATs anymore. No, where you test out of college courses, so you could study for those online for free. They have nice learning ways to do that, and then take those tests, and then you get college credit for just taking the test. It's sort of like the students in high school who take advanced placement things, and then they take a test and they get college credit for that. That's the kind of thing. It's like that. So Monica, write a discussion. And do that. Advanced placement. Yay! Yay! Donna Payne. See, you're not a pain after all. Yeah, I guess it's not pain. Clep. Yeah. Okay, right. They're the things I'm talking about. But a whole year, I got a friend who works at a community college. He said, "Yeah, that's an ideal thing to do because they take all the credit. What you get on these tests, and a whole year is in the bank for free. People paying 40 grand a year, 50 grand a year plus. And another deal too, if you're really interested in that kind of thing, is overseas. You could go to college in Europe for free. That's right. And not even like Germany. You go to college in Germany as an American for free. And you can take courses and get degrees in any school in Europe, the European community, at a fraction. You go to the Sorbonne, okay? That's a fancy school in Paris. Now, that wouldn't be a bad place to hang out as a 20-year-old. And pay like $1,000 tuition. That's it. Sure, you got to live there. You got an airline fare and everything, but that's a lot cheaper than 40 grand. And it's the European Union, EU. European Union has a database of 30,000 programs like this that are all taught in English. See, in the European Union, they teach higher education in English. So everybody in this country has a leg up in the world because we speak English. And that's another thing. You want to make some extra money, you can talk to Chinese students at 2 o'clock in the morning who want to talk to somebody who speaks English. That's another thing. So there's just so many opportunities out there that we don't know about. We have our little circles. And what usually happens, we're going around and around in those little circles and not doing anything. But helping other people. Find somebody in your neighborhood or whatever, if it's not in the group. See what kind of needs they have, okay? Say, if they can't do food, they can't pay rent or whatever, and start helping them. Start knocking on doors. That's what made me smart. That's why I love this. You're asking me questions, and I go out and try to find the answer. That makes me smart. The first time I did this 40 years ago, 50 years, I forget what, back in the 70s when I started my first information business for Fortune 500 companies, downtown Washington, D.C., I didn't know any of this stuff. They would ask me a question. I want to get paid. So I'd try to find it. So that's it. And you could charge. I'll help you. In other words, you say, okay, you're the Monica Margolis Information Center, or the COVID grant Monica Margolis Information Center. So you go to your friends or people you think need to do that, and you say, okay, if I get you something, you pay me. If I don't get anything, don't pay me. Okay? Then you come back to me. See, don't tell them that, because you want more than $20. And you say, hey, listen, where do I find, mortgage money in Central California or whatever okay. I'll put together a report that shows you. And then what you do, you call them up and see what's there. And then you're able to tell them, and you make yourself a hero. You don't do anything, but then you call the people that I give you and you say, okay, you don't have it. Who else has it? Where can I get this? See, that's the key. That's the key to do it. So you may not have enough gumption to do it for yourself. We're our own worst enemy. We get lazy if we're for us. We think, I don't have to do that. I probably don't need it. Whatever. But putting your butt on the line to help somebody else. Is there a way to approach your state representative to help you get money for a specific language to use? Ask. Patricia, Yancey, yes, ask. Okay, go. Here's what to do, Patricia. Go to commoncause.org. Okay, and what happened to Common Cause? Org, okay. And go to Find My Representative. Call them. They're good. They may or may not know. It doesn't matter. You're contacting someone who may know. And then when you contact someone may know, they may know another person that may know. That's how it works. You're a private eye, an investigator, a sleuth, Sherlock Holmes. Why didn't the dog bark? Whatever. And that's what you do. Don't know. So to study a language. Actually, what they're doing, if you're foreign, the State Department is paying tuition to people to work at the State Department if you know another language. In particular languages they're interested in, like Chinese and stuff like that. But all kind of language. So there are programs like that. So I would be a little more general about learning a foreign language like that. And it depends on how you're going to use it. If you're going to use it for a skill, like you want to do it for some reason in your business or whatever, then you could go to your workforce development office, and they have, grants up to $8,000 to train people to use to training to get a better job or increase your job, increase your earnings. If you're making more, the government pays more, you pay more taxes to the government. So this is their investment. Yeah. So that's important, to know. It's but back in, helping other people, and that, it gives me energy. Well, I think we all should be here to help other people, with our work. But some of us aren't talented that way or have other skills. Entertaining people is helping people, and it's giving what you have the best of to the rest of us, so that we all grow better. And it seems that that's the limit to capitalism. Capitalism has the goal of how much money can you pile up in the basement, and that's good. We have to support ourselves, and that's important. But there's only so much you need, I would think. Not to everybody, but that's certainly. Where can I get help with back taxes? I'll send you a report, CT. Yes, I'm in Michigan. So you have to have, yes, there's ways, particularly where the every state has usually an offer in compromise, they call it. They call it different kinds of things. I'll send you a report. It's one of our famous Let's Go Help members has a video that shows you step by step how to pay only 10% of what you owe in taxes. I mean, the program's there to do that. Now, whether it happens to you, you have to play it and see. You have to fill out the forms and see. You have to try and see. And you can get free legal help, too, for all that kind of stuff. And I'll show you where that is. Do you know grants for cars? Was in a major accident. Totaled it. Tina, there are free cars. And there's a whole bunch of nonprofit organizations. Ask me about free cars. I'll send you that list, and also for car repairs and stuff like that. Now, also, Tina, I think, you need a car probably to get to work and things like this. So this could be considered an emergency. And then there's lots of programs in the federal government and local. These are local programs for emergency funding. Tina, what city are you in? Would love to pile up money. Right, I know we all would, Tina. That's because we're so goddamn insecure. I am too. I get caught like that anymore. It's human nature. But, if you were going to die soon, what would you do? You want to pile up a bunch of money that you're going to die tomorrow? Who the fuck needs it? What are you going to use it for? Bury yourself in it? Or do you want to help somebody? And that's, I don't know. I mean, we're all different. I can't tell anybody how to run their lives or what's the best thing for anybody else to do. I don't even know what the hell best for me to do. I think we all struggle for that every day, and that's a personal piece of baggage we all carry around, and we're all guessing and don't really know. And that's why, to me, being a respectful member of society is trying to respect anybody else's opinion on what they think is the best to do in their life. Because if you tell them something different, then you're to me, it's an assumption that, they're not thinking about their life at all. Nah, that's crazy. We're all thinking about our life. What to do. We may be wrong in what we do, and I think only if they want opinions. I mean, to me, like love. Love, to me, is helping someone do whatever they want to do in life. I mean, what could be better than that? And because why are we so judgmental about the way everybody else lives their life? They have reasons that we maybe not understand, but it's reasons to them, and we're not in their shoes. We're not living their life. We have no idea. You certainly love to give an opinion, though, if you're asked. And that's why, to me, love is then, is whatever you want to do, I'll help you. You're going to kill somebody. Well, nah. Morally, And my job then, if I love you, is to help you do whatever you want to do. to help you accomplish that. So, and that's what I sort of do, see the Let's Go Help is. I mean, it's a place that I help you find alternatives to do whatever you want to do in life. May or may not work, I don't know. But these are alternatives and maybes. And there is so much. I've been studying this stuff for 40 or 50 years now. Help millions of people get stuff, And so that's why I want to make sure that everyone knows about the opportunities that this country still has, but it takes effort. It's not going to happen easily. And be prepared to fail, be prepared to get beat up and everything. That's life. It's like learning to walk. If you learn to walk for the first time, you're going to fall on your butt a long time. Anybody who knows children, has children, raised children, you know it. 1-year-old, they stand up and they fall over, stand up, fall over. So thank you for your heart. So to help others locate home repair and weatherization grants and mission. Yes, if you want that, okay, I'll send you a report on how to find that, and you go help your neighbors find that stuff, okay? And that's it. And see, if you start doing it, then you'll learn something else. You'll do it your way. My way is just one way to do this. But if you get into one way of doing it, then you'll learn what's easier for you, what's more natural for you. You want to find what's natural for you. I need help from researchers at Indiana's grant, anything on a car program. Yes, there's possibilities on cars. Who was it? Somebody up here? Nicole, did you want to sign? How do I sign up for one-on-one? Alicia, yeah, I mean, there's somewhere, my one-on-one is on the discussion. I don't do one-on-one on the phone and all those kinds of things. I'd have to charge too much, and I don't want to charge a lot of money. I want something that used to charge thousands of dollars, and so the most reasonable way is the one-on-one is in the discussion. And when you ask me a question in the discussion, when you start a new discussion, I'm answering every one of those personally, and I give you my best sources that I know of to help you, and then see what's neat about the discussion. Somebody else could see that. And, I didn't think about that. That's where the answer is, or whatever. See, and we help more than you. We're helping other people too. And that's what's important. We got to get leverage out of this. So we could keep it as the cheapest thing. When I was talking about doing this stuff years ago, all the marketing experts know, no, you got to charge $500 a month, $5,000 a month. No, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the $20 guy. and that's what I really want to be for the rest of my life. And I don't have much left, maybe 15 years or something like that. But it's going to be doing this. And I see I could do it. The last 2-3 weeks I had knee problems, so I was in bed doing this all day. Just can't wait to get out and walk 6-7 miles a day. Oh, please, baby, please. I want to do that again. Yes. Okay, so anything there, I'm going to run. I got to babysit the grandchild. What's a good resource for students already in a public college in Massachusetts? Any help for school in the Boston area? I'll send you the reports I have. Yes, I would still fish. Still go fishing. I'll show you where to go fishing. Can you get a grant for a small business even if you don't know what you want to do? Yes. But you better start getting help on what you want to do to get a grant. So if you get a grant to think, that means it's going to be harder. But I'll send you a list, Patricia, of all the people that will help you think of what you should do. And you start, then it's a chicken and egg. You call all these sources and say, hey, how do you help people start businesses? You start learning that. Is there someone, and there's free consulting to help you think through what you want to maybe do. That's available too. So you start getting information about the possibilities out there. And actually tell me how to retire in 3 years. I got a report that it shows you how to start a business with no money. And create income in 3 years with no expertise or whatever, and doing something you love. And I think we could do more of that nowadays than ever before. Can you get from Smith? My daughter graduated from college last year and hates her job. She wants to learn coding in order to become a software engineer. Where do I go for coding? Okay, Victoria, send me where you live, what state you're in. I'll send you who to contact in your state to learn about getting her training to be coding. These classes that are out there, code academies and all that kind of stuff, charge $10,000 or whatever. You want. You have money to pay, fine, but you could get that for free too. You could learn. Hey, Moji, how the heck are you? Oh, Victoria, they know each other. Great. Help each other. Where can I get help with my credit card here in Florida? It is out of control. No, you're out of control. And struggling trying to pay my bill. Okay, Pamela, write me. Tell me you need credit help. What I'm going to do, I'm going to send you to places that for free will sit down, try to get that reduced and everything. Don't go to these people who advertise they're going to, solve your debt problems. Most of those are just the biggest advertiser on that comes up number one on Google when you search for debt relief. It's just been fined $25 million for scamming people. How do I sign up for a one-on-one consultation? I hope I answered that. I don't have that. You're signed up already. Just start a new discussion. I need help from resources for Indiana's grants. Anything on car? Start a new discussion with that. Will you send a report? Will you send the report to everyone? I don't know how to send to everyone. I don't think you can. If you're new, I can, but not. If you want, tell me what report you want and start a discussion, and I'll send it. Let's see. Don't laugh. What about dog grants? Yes. Basically for keeping them healthy. Yes. So tell me what state you're in. And for pet bills. Yeah, I went to SBDC without a clear idea. They sent me away to think about it. Need some because I have so many ideas. Well, Deborah, you're right. I'm like that too. I got so much shit in my head. That what you do is you take one, any idea, okay, and you got everything. It's sort of like you went to you wound up in a men's locker room and everybody looks pretty good. So just go up and talk to one of them and see where that leads. So take one. Don't spend any money doing any of this, okay? So you take one of those ideas. I'll send you to how to retire in 3 year thing, because that will take any idea that doesn't cost money and start exploring how you may make that happen, okay? Actually, what to do, Deborah, send me 2 or 3 of them, okay? 2 or 3. How do I start this? How do I start this? How do I start this? Okay, those 3. And then it would be, I'll rank them maybe. What I think maybe is, I don't know. To me, what's going to help, the success of any idea you start is from your heart. Your heart has to be in it. So find something your heart's in, because anything you start is going to be one hell of a pain in the ass. So like any marriage, it's tough. And your heart has to be in it to make it work. So send me 3 ones, Deborah, and we'll see with it. I'm in Texas, Patricia. I'm not. I'm in D.C. Yeah, doesn't matter. Tell me what state you're in and what you need. Where can I see the report that helps start a business and retire in 3 years? Ask me. Tell me the retire and starting a business and what state you're in, okay? Start a discussion and I'll do it. And I'm usually pretty good at answering those within a day or two. If you don't hear anything from me in 48 hours, then you just start yelling at me. Hey, let's go, you old fart. And probably what happened is I screwed up and I missed it somewhere. Is it possible if I do the work to get something to expand a business as a female? Anything is possible, Sherry. The thing is start looking for what is there. If you're trying to look for something that you want, you're going to eliminate things that will help you even more that you didn't ask for. So when you're looking for money for your business or everything, you need help. Don't say you need money, because people are going to, we don't have grants. But they have other things. They have contracts. They have direct payments. They have all these other things you missed. So that's why I need help in business. What kind of help do you have that may be able to help me? That's where you start seeing what the landscape is, because what you have to do in society, I feel, you have these ideas, but if nobody fits in, it's sort of like loving somebody. Okay, you want to love somebody real hard, but it has to work two ways. Somebody wants to be loved by you real hard. That's what you got to find. Yeah. Same thing with a business. Where's the best business to get a grant to start a business in North Carolina? I'll tell you. Write me. Discussion. Okay. Tina Robinson for the dog grants, live in Virginia. Okay, start a discussion, and you got to tell me, Tina, because this gets lost after I tell you. Tina, I own a dog training company. Then I have some good info. Okay, great. See, go to Sherry, Tina. She probably knows that. She's got a dog train. She knows about those sources. See, that's what I mean about helping other people. Get me out of work. My son just started his own construction company. Had to sell his tools to keep the family afloat. Oh, wow, 6 months. Wow. He needs money to start again in Idaho. Okay. Let me do that for you. Patricia, starting a business and requesting grant money from a state representative. Can't hurt. Yes, that's one of them to do. But if it's a business, I'll tell you other places that are set up, because I'll probably send you there too. Thank you, Ms. Leslie. I have to get rid of the debt first before I start a nonprofit to aid the elderly. Well, yes, you could do both. Just don't spend any money helping somebody. That's all. And you could do that easily. Concerning the coding help for Donna, she lives and works in New York City, and she's working from home here with me in Montgomery County. Maryland still till they start back to physically in January. Okay, she could start doing that here. Yeah. Are there grants to pay off student loans? No, not directly. Indirectly. And also what you should do is look for other options for forgiveness programs and things like that. That's the kind of things. I live in South Florida. Good, Sherry. Okay, guys, I got to go babysit, grandpa sit. They call me Popcorn because of my corny jokes. Okay, guys, thank you for putting up with me, and hope I didn't offend too many people with my cursing.